Greetings, 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 greetings. Greetings. This is Arno on the wall. You go see the green scenery we used to see before, but to help give some sort of solidarity towards it, I decided to throw on this little green sweater now. So it might kind of facilitate the background. So greetings, how have you all been doing? I would like to give praises, to the energy of life. Give praises to my ancestors. Give praises to my elders. Give praises to my peers, and also to the ones that who coming behind us. Today is a day that God has spared our life, and He has given us a gift that is known as the present. So that being said, let me get on to some conversation. Hey Safi, greetings. I see you make it. Give praises. So let's get down to some business. Yeah? Yeah. So we have here. Give praises. So let's get down to some business.
Good night. Good night.
You know. Yes. So our conversation today is going to deal about manifestation and the spirit. Manifestation and the spirit, or the spirit of manifestation, or the manifesting spirit. What is, when they say manifestation, what do they mean? Manifestation is actually, or what is meant by manifestation is the action or the behavior or the movement of someone or something. Greetings to you, Nicholas. So when you talk about manifestation, meaning the movement or the operating of someone or something, a behavior and stuff like that. And when we speak about spirit, what we actually referring to is also what spirit is the movement, or not the movement, spirit. When we talk about spirit, we're referring to the movement out of a physical body. When we speak about movement, or when we speak about the spirit, is a movement without that physical body to see that movement. So so that is that what the spirit is. Something that is not seen by the physical or the normal eye when it refers to spirit. Greetings, dear. Greetings to Jennifer. So our conversation, should be a little interested, and I know you will have questions that would be there to ask. So we're speaking about manifestation and spirit, and we all manifest, right? Manifestation, greetings, Akia. Manifestation is not only one person or one type of person or people manifest. You, I, everybody, we all manifest, right? And we all manifest the spirit of something. We all. So whether it belongs to this discipline of serving God, or it belongs to that discipline of serving God, or it belongs to any discipline of serving God, one thing we all do, we all manifest spirit, right? And the thing with manifesting spirit is there are times some of us, we manifest the spirit, and there are some of us who allows the spirit to manifest within us. Same spirit, or same word spirit, and same word manifestation, but the operation is different. So in manifestation, some of us, we do things. Or so let me simplify when I use the term, we manifest. All of us manifest that spirit, right? Let me take a policeman for example, right? So being a policeman and thing, that physical movement and thing is the manifestation. When people see and thing, they can, with your movement and the way how you dress and you look, yes, you take up the role or the manifestation of greetings, Vero. You took up the manifestation of this police officer, right? So after you take up the manifestation of this police officer, you will be seen. You will be seen. Right. I'm just getting a little technical difficulties here. And I'm working on it. Better? Give me a little moment there. I'm under some little technical right. Yeah. Okay. Those who see my face, my whole face and everything, can you give me a thumbs up or a like or some kind of thing, please? I just getting a little technical difficulties. Are you hearing me? I see 3 thumbs. Okay, so you all see me perfect here. Right. Good. So let me go now. Our conversation today, we are speaking about manifestation. You know, spiritual manifestation or manifesting the spirit is our conversation. Greetings to you, Teresa Webb. You know, so our conversation is about manifestation. And what I'm saying is that we all, every day of our life, every time, every moment, we all go under manifestation. And when we say manifestation, we mean the behavior, the movements, our posture, and everything that we do, our actions, our behavior. You know, that is manifestation, something that we're doing presently. Like right now, I'm manifesting to you by talking, right? And so we all, every day we are under manifestation, right? So, for example, I was given an example earlier on, and I will use this another example here. Like a woman who works with a company and she is a manager. After she finishes work, she reaches home 5 o'clock. When she reaches home at 5, she was greeted by her 2 lovely kids. So as soon as she was greeted by her 2 lovely kids, her manifestation would change from being a manager, and now she becomes a mother. Right? So becoming a mother, she will start to do the things that a mother would do. So, you know, she will start to be working, and the things that will identify what makes a mother, these are the things she's going to start to do. So this is what we are calling the spirit of motherhood. So, you know, she will come home, she may take care of the boys and the girls, she might start to prepare them dinner, and then also she went into the spirit of motherhood, right? So you know, her manifestation is a mother then, her manifest, but the work she started to do, she went into motherhood, right? And she began to prepare dinner, get them ready to go and take the bath or shower and these kind of things. And then shortly after she get the kids ready, a man walks through the door and her manifestation changes into wife. Right? So then now the spirit of a wife would, she would greet her husband, hi honey, hi baby, probably with a hug or a kiss, or you know, when he sit down, ask him how was his day, you know, make a little joke with him, you know, and so a manifestation changes from a mother into a wife, and then the thing she starts to do that is expected or wifely of her is the spirit of what actually being a wife is all about. Right? And this process, because when we talk about manifestation, you know, there are two types of manifestation. There are two types of manifestation. There are those who manifests the spirit. And what I'm speaking to you here about is about, when I talk about the mother, you know, from a manager to a mother into a wife, you know, or could be a police officer when he goes to work, and, you know, they, therefore, is what we would call people who in manifestation of the spirit, right? So, you know, they are conscious of what they are doing, where they at, what they're supposed to do, when they're supposed to change, how they're supposed to operate, because they are fully aware of what's going on. So, you know, so as time changes or passes, you know, they change manifestation and they get into that spirit. So they're in control, you know, so they make decisions and they are conscious of what's going on, what they're about to do, what they're going to do, what next. You know, so even though they're in manifestation, and then it have another type of manifestation, whereas where the spirit manifests you, right? And the spirit manifests you is when one do things and they are not conscious on what they do or what they're doing. You know, so, and that is when now one has lost control of their personal self, and this energy or this spirit takes over, and they start to control you. And also now, when you are seen, you're seen in this manifestation of that person like real bacchanal, or that is a bacchanalist, for example. And but one at times they are not conscious that what they are doing is creating conflict and confusion and bacchanal and all these things. There are people who they are so caught up in scenarios, and that is when the spirit is in control of the manifestation, or the spirit of whatever it is in control of you. You becomes unaware of your behavior, you know, and sometimes when that happens to us, we do things and we operate in a way that extremely harsh to others or operate in a way with that we're not even self-conscious on what we are doing. We would be alive, we will be seeing things are going on, we will be speaking, but our manifestation, that spirit behind it, it have us in that stage of unconsciousness, to the sense that we are not aware to what we are doing. Let me give you a little story. There was a story that I read. This man had a master. He was a servant to this master. A real servant. He did love this master. And he used to serve this master with all his heart. And in return, the master realized that this servant of his was truthful and was so loyal to him that this master, he blessed this servant with a lot of things. Plenty things. He blessed him with it. Because if I is your God and you're serving me and you're serving me in truth and with great gratitude and honor, I have to bless you. I will bless you, I will give you this, I will give you that, I will ensure that everything straight up with you. Because anytime I call you, or you hail me, or you acknowledge me, and you pay respect and things to me. So, and this is how some of we are. We are loyal. We pay, we respect, we pay our homage and thing, and so, and oftentimes when with that loyalness now, it brings about envy and jealousy, and people who want to see you crumble and bring it to shame and things. So this servant who did real worship the Lord and thing. So this man who watching the servant all the time, so he's like, he went to the Lord, he said, hey Lord, here we go, now. You see that servant you had that they give everything, but I just had to show you this or give you this, and he gonna turn it back on you. He's not a faithful one. So the Lord watch him, he look at him, he said, boy, if there's one thing I can tell you, you see that man who's my servant, that man for me. You say, boy, that man is sweet, that man could never be for you, boy. That man like vanity, he like brands, he like to look nice, he like he not for you. And this does happen to us in our life. Yeah? When we so committed and think to our belief, to our discipline, to God. When we committed to God, it always have someone or somebody who do like that. And their intentions now is to bring shame onto you, is to bring it down, to prove that, greetings, Stefan, to prove that, you're not worthy, and you shouldn't get all of this, and you ain't good. So the Lord look at the man who come on to him and say, well, here we going on. That man loyal to me. If you don't believe me, go through. You can do it want with him, but just remember, at the end of the day, if anything is to happen, I come in and take him myself. Right? It's all okay. And the man, greetings, Rhonda. The man, he continued and he continued and he continued. And he went by the servant. And he do the servant all sorts of things. Just for the servant to go against his master. And when the man take away all the servant's assets, all the comfort, all the riches, all the money, everything he take away. And he's still seeing the servant still committed to his master. You know, sometimes, you know, we're going through trials and we're going through little tribulations and things and challenges in our life and things. And people who are not trying to help you or not trying to motivate you, they praying on your head that you feel that you can't make it because they want you to fail. You know, and it was the same thing going on with the servant and this next man. But you know, this is the time when we have to be stronger and loyal to you know, to the Almighty Divine. So when the man realized he can't get to the servant, he went to his wife. And when he went to his wife, he went to his wife in a kind of way that he gets into his wife. And the wife, knowing what the servant has done for his master, what his master has blessed him with, turn around and tell the servant, this is the wife telling the servant, hey, why don't you curse your master? You ain't see what's going on to you? Everything that we have, we lost by cursing your master. And because that man had reached that level of understanding, when he gazed and he looked upon her, he realized that she was in manifestation, full manifestation. But the Spirit was manifesting in her, and she was not aware of what she was telling her husband. Because if she was conscious and she understood the relationship that her husband and his Lord had, she would have never gotten between that. So she tell him, boy, why don't go against your Lord, boy, because look what's going on. You know, and this what has happened, and this is when a great example, this long story, for a great greetings, Devin, for a great example, greetings, Claudette, to tell you how when the Spirit takes manifestation of you, we operate and we do things and we say things that we are not even aware of or conscious of. Sometimes it has helped some people who their intentions is not for confusion, their intentions is not for bacchanal. But you see people say, oh gosh, greetings, Devin. There are some people say, oh gosh, boy, them like confusion, you know, and when they do come to you, greetings, when they do come to you, they will be like, I don't like bacchanal and thing, you know, and blah, 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 blah. But Sometimes they're not even self-conscious of what they are doing is creating bacchanal, and that is simply because that spirit has taken full control, and that and manifesting on them. So they in a stage of unconsciousness, even though they are wide awake. And that is the difference. Because there are times that we all do some things, and sometimes sometimes sooner than later, we come to consciousness and we snap out of it. And we say, hey, what is I doing? And things like that happen. So, we when we're talking about manifestation, we ought to be very careful which side of the fence are we? Are we the one that manifesting the spirit, or are we allowing the spirit to manifest upon us? No. There are times that there are, because of our aura, and because of our energy, and because of our vibration, there are times our spirit will manifest on you, and you may do something, or you may say something, or tell somebody something, and sometimes you'll be like, where I get that information from? I was managed to do that, and it is of good. So what I'm saying is, not all the time, when a spirit manifests on you, it means that it is something negative. But also there is something, or sometimes energy will manifest on you, and you will operate not being aware what's going on, is until after you're now doing it, or you just finished doing it, you maybe realize or come to the level of consciousness. But in that manifestation, it might be something positive or something good, of a good nature, of a good vibration that you may do. And that happens because you always manifested that spirit of greetings, and you always manifested that spirit of positive vibration, that spirit of love, that spirit of healing, that spirit of concern, that spirit of being what is being a brother, or being a sister, or being an uncle, or being an aunt, a grandma, grandpa, father, mother, that positive energy. So because of that, now what your aura are going to attract, firstly and strongly, would be that spirit of positive vibration. But if you're a person, you haven't sit down and examine, or re-examine yourself, and after your days or your week, and you run through certain things, and you realize, hey, this movement, that move was an error. I must be mindful of it, right? So then now what you are starting to do, you are starting to take control of your manifestation, and you are starting to be in charge of your manifestation, and starting to determine what you are going to manifest, what spirit you are going to manifest, right? And not the other way around, because you haven't done self-examining, you becomes attracted to negative vibration. So every time you go somewhere or you're around people, you have that negative energy, you know, and it creates a negative aura. But even though your intentions may be of good, you know, you're really good, but because that spirit, that negative spirit, or that spirit have been manifesting on you, you know, you lost that level of consciousness. Greetings to Stephen, the span, you know, and this is what goes on. So there are times that we ought to take control of our manifestations. We ought to make that conscious effort of our manifestation, you know, and be in charge of the spirit that we are manifesting. You know, so if our aura attracts that positive vibration, you would find out if our energy is to, our spirit is to manifest on us, it would be of a positive vibration. And if by chance a negative spirit decides to manifest on us, with immediate or almost immediate will come to consciousness and able to dismiss the negative spirit. When I say negative spirit, I'm talking about, you know, the spirit of lying, the spirit of confusion, the spirit of thieving, you know, the spirit of being judgmental, you know, the spirit of wishing negative and hurtful thing, the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of hatred, you know, all these things are spirit that manifest us, you know, and when we allow it to continue to manifest on us, our whole aura and our whole attitude changes, you know, because we becomes negative. So now we becomes a host for that negative energy or that negative spirit to manifest on us. So whether or not we conscious or not, that energy is always there. So now we start to, we know what we are going to do is wrong or going to cause damage or hurt somebody. We conscious about it. We conscious that if we say this, we're going to put somebody in a serious bacchanal or in serious problem and all these kind of things. We would still do it. And that is because now that negative energy has taken full control of our body. So now that is all we could do now. That is all we can manifest. Because you know that spirit, we allow it to take over our body now. So therefore now that energy is starting to feed off of our body, right? And so when that happens now, you would notice, you will start to notice that an individual who used to look, you used to see a glow, they used to look full of life, you know, you start to see them start to suck away and fade. And don't care how pretty and nice they dress, they start to look empty, you know, because that spirit, that manifestation, it started to suck them and it started to pull a lot from them. You know, so they becomes a host for that negative manifestation. So it wouldn't take long or nothing hard to send them that way. So now all they just waiting on is energies and vibration to manifest. So they going somewhere to don't care how good it may be. They're going there to look for fault, you know, because that spirit is on them. So that is all they could manifest. You know, also when you know, as I said before, when you becomes in chant and you becomes conscious of your behavior, you becomes conscious of who you are and where you stand. You could afford to take up the spirit of healing or the spirit of administration, and you could able to operate in the full consciousness or the capacity that you permit yourself to. You know, and if something comes and that spirit have to come and manifest upon you, you know, it would be because of your aura and your energy that you push out so positive, and your vibration, it will be welcoming a positive energy. So when that positive energy comes, you know, it will just go into action instantaneously. You know, sometimes you might be walking on the road and you might hear somebody have some problem, probably, oh gosh, I had a school, and the school, like it don't want to go. And you just look at them, you might say, why don't when they go home, get some Vicks and rub it on your chest and put on a jacket or whatever the case may be. You know, that just come to you just so to tell the person. You know, and so, you know, sometimes when they're telling the person that, you know, you might be like, ooh, I used to have to think about that. Or that not even self on my mind. You know, you might hear somebody, or you might pass and somebody cough, or they have a swelling, and you know, you might refer them to some herbal bush, you know, to, hey, do so and so and so and so. You know, just so. And then down the road, when I say down the road, some days or time after, when they see it, they'll be like, hey, you remember the thing that you tell me to use for my swelling? And you will be like, what are you talking about? What thing I tell you, know? And they will have to remind you, yeah, and they say, oh yeah, you know, because that manifestation, it came into action and it leave. And you know, without the use of the slightest of thought, I mean, after the fact or during the fact, some sense of consciousness would step in, you know, but there are times that, you know, we need to become more aware of ourselves, you know, and we need to be conscious to the fact that what spirit we are allowing to manifest on us, and what spirit we are willing to manifest. And and knowing that, we must understand that. Greetings, Jenny. Knowing that it will make us a little more conscious on our behavior. It will make us think when we are about to do something. I am in charge, or are you in charge? Am I manifesting this energy, or am I allowing this energy or this spirit to manifest me? Which it is. So that being said, let us be mindful of what we are allowing ourselves to manifest, what spirit we are allowing ourselves to manifest, and what spirit we given consent to manifest on us. And I'm not speaking about, there are some religions that they would go to their churches, their temple, their synagogue, their shrine, or whatever have they, and they'll be doing their worshiping, and they would go into a particular manifestation. I'm not directly speaking about in settings like onto that, but I'm talking about our everyday life as we, as a people, that we are conscious of where we stand. Because plenty of us, we don't we allow, as I say, we allow spirit to manifest us, and we don't take control. For example, somebody might come. Greetings, Teresa. Somebody might come and they might bring a news about somebody, or tell you something about somebody, and where the person bring the news might be a person who have dislike or hatred, greetings to Marlene, to this individual. And when they come and they put it across to you with that spirit, you consume that, and without giving that person a hearing or a chance, you start to feel a certain way about this person. So this person, the person who come and give you that news, they start to control you, and you not even self becoming aware or conscious of what's going on, because that spirit now takes full control over you. So you hating on this person for no particular reason. Yeah, the topic tonight, Madeline or Mother Jenny, is manifestation, manifesting the spirit, or the spirit manifesting you. And what I'm saying is that there are two types of manifestation. There are those who manifest the spirit, and there are those who the spirit manifests them. What are the difference? The differences are, one, when you manifest the spirit, you becomes, or you are conscious of whatever action or behavior you undergo. And you are in control of it. And when I said that the spirit manifests you, is quite just the opposite. Where the energy or the spirit is in control of you, of the things that you do or the things that you say, and you have no control over it. Right? And when I'm talking about this, the particular spirit that I'm speaking about is the spirit of confusion, the spirit of bacchanal, what we would just call bacchanal, the Trinidadians. The spirit of lying, the spirit of dishonesty, confusion, the spirit of thieving, the spirit of to hurt people. So, and what I'm saying is that when this happens, even though our eyes are open and we are functioning and we are doing things, we are not conscious enough of the pain that we are causing to others. And that is because we are not in charge of our manifestation. Right? So you would find now, as I said before, somebody would come and they would tell you about the feeling towards a certain individual. And that energy or that spirit in which they tell you that in, you as an individual would absorb it and have a level of dislike for that individual who have never done you anything. So we need to be strong and we need to focus. And there are times that we caught up in it so much that we're not even aware. Greetings, Cynthia. We're not even aware how blind that we are by the things we do. And we operate because we are not in control. Even though we tell ourselves that we are in control, we are not in control. Until it happens to us so continuously that our whole aura and personality becomes negative. So when one see one, or all we could do, or all we could say is something that attracts negative vibration. And that is because that spirit, that negative spirit, it starts to feed upon us. and start to pull and suck us. So when we see people we know who oh gosh, this person like bacchanal and confusion, this person is at this, and they are not conscious of it. They lost what we would call their glow. They lost their shine, and they start to fade away. Don't care how fancy they dress, they just look the same. There's nothing to woo you anymore about these people. So we need to be conscious of these things. We need to be. So tonight I see I have a lot of viewers, and with this lengthy conversation, I know I have questions. So we can use this opportunity to ask a question or make a statement or even a comment. I don't want to pressure anybody. God alone knows I don't. But this is the opportunity to that one could make a contribution or ask a question, any question. Now, as I was saying, my purpose here is, now I'm talking now because there are people who might be, who will ask a question and they type in, and they type in, and so I give them chance to type in case they want to make a comment or make a suggestion or add to the conversation. Would be good. I forget what I was telling all that just now. I'll take a drink for that. Yeah. This live that I'm doing here is not to convince, is the wrong word. Blessings there. My purpose here is not to force or compel or persuade anyone to stop what they believe in or stop what they're doing and say, well, I don't say so, and that is not my mission. What I'm here to do is to enlighten, is to create food for thought, to take the picture that we once look at and shift it a little and turn it so and hold it up so and hold it down so you can get a different view on things. It's to enlighten you, to bring you to a stage of consciousness, so that when you listen to my life, you must think. You must ask yourself questions, whether you're against the topic or you for the topic, but something to think and something for you to examine, not necessarily me, don't examine me, but examine yourself and ask questions. So because there are often things that we see things and we don't ask any questions. There are plenty times that we operate in a way that we are not even self-aware of what we are doing, because we allow that spirit to take control of us. And I use the term allow now because now we are a little more conscious of it, right? So we operate in a one version way, and there are so many different views out there that sometimes we need to take a stop and look. We need to take a stop and check ourselves. And this is what my intentions is. In order to give you something to think about. And if you're truly thinking about something or thinking about what I'm saying, you know, it will have comments to make, and it will have examples to give, it will have questions to be asked as the SB. Good questions. Every way we go, it happens. It happens whether we in as gathering, a spiritual gathering, or not. Right? It even happens when we're not, like for Trinidad Carnival, when you go a party, what we would call a fete, and in the party and the music playing, wherever they play and they're singing. And the artist comes on the stage with this energy and this vibration, and he or she says, raise your hand in the air. Right? When that raise your hand in the air, that spirit, whether you want to or not, at times you catch yourself raising your hand in the air. Right? That you would not be standing up. You could go wherever show, or you would be in the streets and you wouldn't just raise your hand in the air. If somebody say raise your hand in the air, you wouldn't raise your hand in the air just like that. You will want to know why raise my hand in the air for. How come? Just so? You know, but if you're not perfect and they say jump up, raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. You go up, raise your hand. You know, without even self being conscious of it. Yes. So in churches and things, especially in with SB Spiritual Baptist, I assume is that what you meant. This happens as well. Right? So like in that umbrella, in the umbrella of that level of spirituality, when the pastor, the leader, the whoever comes to church they are conscious that they are the pastor. So they fall in a manifestation and they do their ministering to the congregation or and wherever the case may be. So they make that conscious effort. They in charge and they are aware how the sermon going, when they cut in, when they are coming to you, Bernice, when they cut in, when they're not cutting, when they're flowing, they're in control. But sometimes we're in a gathering and somebody come and they start to talk and they start to laugh and they start to say all kind of things that have no contribution positively to the gathering. And before you know it, you get caught up in the little lacquerie, what we will call the lacquerie, or the confusion part. You know, we get caught up in it and we start either laugh and we start to look at what they're wearing or what they say or how they dress. We get caught up on aware of that spirit that manifests in us. You know, so we get caught up with that. You know, and sometimes, you know, we might snap out it and say, yeah, really. Nah. And, you know, we might either excuse ourselves from these people or start to ignore them or wherever the case may be. So, you know, it happens in gathering. And then, you know, if you want me to go even deeper with that, say, and I can, right? How can you tell the difference between a good and a bad manifestation? Greetings, PC. What's not going to say? You asked me a question that you have to know how to pause to think of it, right? Right. Now, you are speaking about in a gathering that they have as ritual or ceremony going on, and there are people who, under manifestation that the spirit have been manifesting on them. How do you know it's good or bad? Now, people singing and you see sometimes, I'll get back to you just now, Kizzy. You see, so the topic is, Kizzy, the topic is manifestation, you know, and spirit, or spirit, manifesting the spirit and the spirit manifesting you. Now, there are times we go and we would see things going on that may not be to our likeness and to our standard. And we may not give approval of it because for some unseen reason, it does not identify to us to what we think or we believe is true. And to you as an individual, on a personal note, and when I say you, I'm generalizing to anybody as a personal note, if they feel that way, they themselves are right. It comes like if you have a toothache or your teeth hurting you, you alone can say which teeth is hurting you. So if to you, you see things that, greetings, Clive, that is not in standard or in support of you, you would feel the way how you felt that, hey, you know what, this is not a good vibration. But there are others who may not share the same approval that you do. They may be fascinated, or some sort of truth might be revealed or might be exposed to them that you were not privy to see. So to say, well, is this or is that, that is more on a personal note. You may not see it, but somebody else may be able to identify with it. So there and then, because of that, what you should do, what you need to do is give respect. You're not really getting caught up in their space, but you give respect, because at the end of the day, you will want someone to respect you. And respect those that who are fascinated by whatever energy is that. Everybody's standard and everybody's experience is not the same. Yeah. So I hope that gives you a sense of understanding, a sense of clarity. Because manifestation comes in so many different forms and fashion that we do it every day, and we are not at the stage of consciousness to know this what I'm doing here is a manifestation. Because from the time we hear the word manifestation, we think, as the Caribbean people or Trinidadians would say, power. Right? And we see manifestation in that context. But everything we do is a manifestation. Exactly, Kizzy. And that is what it boils down to. Because what may work for me, it may not work for you. And what you may feel, I may not feel. But it doesn't mean if I don't feel it, it doesn't mean it's not, something is not real there. So what one ought to do is either, when you see that going on, you realize it's something that is not within your standing, excuse yourself. Well, Bernice, that's what it basically would boil down to. So if you're not feeling it, you just be respectful. That's why I'm saying you be respectful. And these are the things that we need to understand as a people. And this is why there is so much. Yeah, it has so much of killing, because of lack of respect and hating and all these kind of greetings run them, So respect plays in situations like that, because everything may not there is some manifestation that I or he or she or you or them or they would manifest, and people wouldn't like it, they wouldn't feel it, but the show needs to go on, so when we think and we hear the term manifestation, or we think, hey, thy spirit, sometimes we might go so far, and we start to think about all greetings, Adiola. We think about all sorts of things, and I know, and it's really simple, because as I say, when you take the role, because it is a role as a mother, you are in manifestation. When you take up the role as a father, you are in manifestation. And when you start to do the things fatherly or motherly, there is the spirit of the manifestation. If you're lying with your girlfriend, or you're lying with your brethren, at that point you're just a partner, right? Manifestation is the action or the movement of something or someone, or the behavior, and that is manifestation. So when we take up a behavior or an action or a movement of someone or something, we fall into manifestation. And when we start to do the things of these particular position, there is the spirit behind it, or there is the spirit that governs it. So it comes like the noun and the verb. You're a policeman now, and the action that the police officer do, or the police officer does, becomes the doing of it. So when we don't do self-check, we allow ourselves to become victims, or we create our frame, our mortal frame, our body becomes host for negative spirit to manifest. So we start to manifest all sorts of things, and since we're not taking time out, because sometimes we lack that moment to take time out, and we might behave in a particular way, and we need to reflect. So when we reflect and realize that we acted or why I said that, boy, how I managed to get on so, or boy, she deserved it, that should I get on it, and and we do retract our behavior, then we start to give way to those type of energies and those types of vibration. So it has some of us don't care what they say or what they do. There's confusion mark the pathway. Sometimes the intention is not really to be of such. But they are so consumed with it that they cannot help it. So when this energy, as I give the example with the story with the woman who, when she husband lost everything, she turned around and tell him, cuss your Lord, and thing, and she wasn't self-conscious to that stage to know exactly what she was telling her husband, because that spirit manifested in her and take control in her to tell her the man or the person who he honor and serve and love to turn around and curse him and and turn him back on him. And she knows how important and how her husband considered his Lord. So he had to bring her into consciousness by saying to her, curse him and die. Why should I do that when I could bless him and live? So that story, it tells you that there are times, sometimes it's not the intentions, but because we become so open for negative spirit, that negative spirit takes us, our body, and manifests that vibration of negative energy. But sometimes it's not the intentions. And only time it will become that person intention is when they become so consumed with this negative energy. They will operate openly now, and they are aware what damage they're going to do, and they set out to do it deliberately. So we need to be cognizant of the fact that we are in charge, and that is why I'm saying, we need to sit down and do re-examining. We need to go over our day, our week, our month, how we, the last meeting we had with friends and people, how we do things, and examine our behavior and put ourselves in situation that if it was me and this happened, how would I feel? So when we started to do that now we started to take charge, and now we started to manifest the spirit of consciousness, right? Because now we started to think, and we started to become conscious of our behavior and of our actions, so we become in charge of our doings. So when a do or scenario do happens like that, we can afford to know to withdraw ourselves or excuse ourselves or dismiss that energy faster than we had done before. Yes? So that being said, everything is that being said. I don't know if anyone would, that I don't know. There are comments that people would like to make or give, and I am receiving. Oh, Kizzy, I hope I give you a clarity on manifestation. So yeah. So I don't know if anyone have any other comments, questions, experience, suggestions, you know. Greetings, Adi. Nice to have you on my watch, man. I mean, on my live. Yeah, it's nice. You know, I see some real new faces, you know, that actually I noticed that on my live hunting, you know, Kizzy, Adam, can't remember if Randall, but I don't really want to call no certain names. Then say, you know, I put myself in a situation. So, you know, any more comments or any more questions? You know, for those who have asked questions, you know, special big up to you, Bernice. You know, to you, Kizzy, to Christine. Thanks for asking those questions and things, you know. No, you're not being disrespectful. My title in this forum, we are speaking about manifesting the spirit and the spirit manifesting you. I don't want to be disrespectful. Nah, no disrespect taken. You know, it's all about positive vibration. It's all about being, it's all about being enlightened. It's all about strength. It's about growth, and it's about becoming, and it's about becoming. Naila, I love you, baby. And it's about becoming enlightened. You know, so it's no disrespect, it's all love, and I highly appreciate everybody who have taken the time to be on this live and thing. I appreciate those that, you know, who ask questions, all greetings, you see. Yeah, no, but this forum that I have, right, it's okay to call me Anu. It's no disrespect. It's okay to call me Anu, right? And because now I don't have on this platform, I don't have any status on it, because it's not a platform only for people under the umbrella of the spiritual Baptist or Risha or those who say in the Kabbalistic circle, but it's for the world at large. And want people to put their status and their title aside and be you as I am me, and be relaxed. Because, I don't want somebody to want to ask a question, but say, I now start to do this discipline, and this is who in this discipline so big, and I don't want, so the playing field normal with me. If anybody wishes me to address them by a status, can indicate, and I would gladly do so. But with me, it is not necessary that they address me with a status or anything like that. I am, I'm Arno, so it's okay if you feel to call me anything with a positive vibration. You can call me that you feel welcome with. Bless. But I'm just Arno, I status, it have a place and it have a time, so you will observe that I would address people, by their name that I see come up on the, that come up on the live and thing. Want to say, what is your title in this forum? I misread. Yeah. Well done, Nyla, for your title. That's correct. It's now dawned on me. Right? So, yeah, so I just go as Anu. I don't carry any status with me because I want people to feel comfortable in their own skin. Yeah, so I know it's good if you feel to call me, $1 million, brother, wherever, with respect and positive vibration, I accept it. If anyone wishes me to address them by a particular status and stuff like that, I have no problem in doing so. And if I had addressed you without such, I humbly apologize. Yeah. So it's okay. Yes. So thank you. So so do we have any more questions? So any more remarks? Any more comments? Any more ideas? Yeah, I know it's the first time also. I really appreciate your energy and I really appreciate your vibration. I thank you for your support. I thank you for your love, Kizzy. And my heart is filled with joy, from you and all those who have made this possible. And those who have remained with me since I have started. And thank you. I highly appreciate it. I highly, I have people who always there, Betty Lou, Christine, um, Miss Madeline Duford, known as Mother Jenny, thanks to my sister Safia, to my wife Nyla, then I have, Nicholas, I have Cynthia, I have more people, I have Mrs. Webb, I have, so plenty thanks and thing and, plenty love and thing and I highly give thanks and I highly give praises and thing. Of course. Of course. And exactly, you know, Adiola has just even give it uh, a nice breakdown, you know, and put it in a nice way, simplified way that, you know, one could even, if one wishes, you know, even more detail, they could look at it, and all what he is saying is quite in order. You know, greetings to you, Jennifer. Thank you. And you know, so manifestation, you know, it's a variation of thing, and this is why I'm saying that we always in manifestation, we always, you know, we always in manifestation, we all that spirit, you know, we always manifests that spirit, that energy, that vibration, you know, and as right, so you know, the mind, so manifestation, as Adam rightfully say, you know, it starts somewhere and it comes somewhere, you know, from the poisoning or the um contamination of the mind, you know, and then, you know, into the body, the movements, and then the spirit of it. Yeah. So it's something that we all at all times. So it is, you know, so manifestation is something, it don't just happen to a special type of people. You know, it don't just happen to any, like, oh, that is for certain people all the time, every time, you know, but you know, what happened is we look at manifestation at in such way that we're not even self-aware that we are constantly under manifestation. Either we are manifesting the spirit or the spirit is manifesting us. Yeah. And as I said, you know, there are times that when the energy or the spirit is manifesting us, you know, we may not be conscious of the fact of what's going on, but we may not be conscious of the fact of what's going on, but thank you. We may not be conscious of the fact of what's going on, but once we entertain a positive vibration, anytime once we maintain a positive vibration, you know, we will always attract that positive spirit. Of course, it could be in manifestation and conscious, and I elaborated on that earlier, you know, and so that I'm saying, everything that we do, we take up the manifestation, whether we are conscious or we are unconscious of it. You know, so Adi came and he even put it in a nice way as well, you know, and You are. Let's see if I can get it here. Something I'm supposed to press. Let's see this. No. Wrong thing. Just wrong. I'm trying. It's something I'm supposed to press, but I can't remember. What is this? Something I had to press, but I'm not seeing what I had to press to get on my life. Oh, I think you're supposed to ask to join and just say click the green, but I ain't seeing no green. Which green? Okay, I just not seeing no green. I just asked if it was ready.
Where's that?
I just asked if you were ready now. So,
Yeah.
we have I also have Adam here who wait now, you all seeing us properly, yes? Thumbs up, like or something if you all are seeing us properly.
I don't see why I have this already.
I was under the impression.
I just fresh. I want to be on your live.
But we need this is that
I don't be on nobody live. I never go on nobody live. So I'm trying to make history. I come on Arno live for the whole world to see.
I appreciate that.
But I already said what I want to see, so I guess after the live, people could go back and look at it. You know. I'm in Brooklyn, by the way.
Yeah, well, I
know you don't know that already.
I have seen. Anyway, so in going back to what Andy, his comments, long time, it's just to not speaking about manifesting or keeping that positive vibration and that positive energy. Long time they used to tell us, or even some people will say it up today, the thought of the man give way to the spirit, right? And it's just going back to what the comment that Andy made, the spirit, the thought or the mind, the body, which is the movement, and the spirit, so just by an individual, by you entertaining that thought or that positive vibration and that energy, your body and everything will start to get in tune and in a line. And then the work of what your thought was, it becomes into that full effect of operation. So it becomes the spirit now that is taking the shape or the form of that breakdown of the first stages of the manifestation. So the more one continues to entertain that positive vibration, he or she therefore becomes the host that will draw or attract these energies to continue to come and dwell within. So as I say, there are times something you might just operate and as after the fact or during the fact, you come to the consciousness, hey, I'm doing this or I did this. But it is of all good. And that is because your aura attracts these vibrations. But when that spirit of negative and you allow it to take control of you, right? Then now you need to continue to entertain that spirit. So all your thoughts would be negative. So your body action and your movement, it would reflect that until you start to look at when people see that, it's all they were able to see, that manifestation. Don't care what costume you put on, if it's a nurse you put, or if it's a farmer or whatever, you will always be seen as such. And so we need to be conscious. So we will know now what we are entertaining or what we are allowing our mortal body, to consume. So we need that level of time out. We need a level of that space to sit down and to examine, because all these things is about one building oneself. And as I was saying, a person who entered, look carefully. You might have to look in the mirror, but look carefully at people who entertains these energies of confusion, of jealousy, of envy, of hatred, of malice. That spirit, it starts to consume them, it starts to feed on them in the most negative way. And we need to come out that we, hence the reason why when we brothers or we sisters or whoever, when they do it, we give them that respect, and we have that positive energy or vibration towards them, because this is what we want to manifest. This is what we really and truly want to manifest. So I don't know if I keep saying so. I on a little while, So Adi, I don't know if you would like to make an add. Very good question, Safia.
Safia asking, could someone of negativity only manifest negativity, or could they also manifest positive vibrations? I think the law of the universe, the natural law of the universe, is that everything is made up of both negative and positive. And inside of the negative, you can't get positive, and inside of the positive, you can't get negative. And that should answer your question. We are not so dominated by either positive or negative that one cannot manifest outside or inside of the other. You could be the devil in hell and still do something positive. And it comes from two things: perception and context. What do we really perceive to be negative? And that's a personal, it comes to a personal perception and a personal context as well. Besides the general idea of what is positive and negative, there's also this personal perception and context, because it could be negative for me but positive for you. It could be positive for you but negative for me. So again, to answer the question, yes, negative and positive is not really separate in any way. We may, according to the manifestation, we would see one dominating within a particular type of manifestation. But negative and positive is not actually even something separate. It's actually one energy that could manifest either negatively or positively. It's actually one thing. It's one source. It's one thing that manifests differently. And it would come from different things. You know, different things affect. It's like your mind, your body, your spirit. Manifestation is constantly taking place. And it's always the reaction to something. Either the mind responding to the body responding to the spirit responding to the mind, the body responding to the mind. And it's a network of things happening all the time. But once you understand, I guess, the primary elements inside of that, then you could now induce or create manifestations. If you understand how your mind works through your thoughts and your imagination, that becomes an action that could then create a manifestation. If you understand how your body works, then according to how you move, you could create a manifestation. If you understand spirit, meaning frequency, alignment, vibration, connection, and you tap into what that is, you could create a manifestation. Yeah, and that is just going back to the whole the topic of manifestation itself, outside of what Safia asks about someone being negative, manifest something positive. No one is totally negative, and no one is totally positive. It's one energy that can manifest in either way.
Right. And in addition to it, what Adi is saying as well, so, and this is why it boils down to control. As what happens in situations as that, as because they say, you know, the thoughts of your mind. And sometimes there are times that we would, a thought would come to our mind, and you know, we allow that energy to consume us, and we would operate. But once a thought comes in our mind and we take control of that thought, we become charged. So as Adi put it across, it's not just about positive and negative as two separate vibration, but it's about a vibration that, let me call it, that saying it has one vibration that has split personalities. It can either be positive or it can either be negative. We think more. We think, Alison, you know, so it can either be positive or it can either be negative. So this is the reason why, you know, one ought to examine his or herself. And as I said before, where that is concerned, you see, if we allow negative vibration to consume us and take control over us, and we are not checking and sitting down and doing self-examination, you know, we becomes a part of the negativity. So therefore, our manifestation, from the time we sit down, our thoughts, our action, our behavior, it will reflect such. Where the positive vibration is, once you keep entertaining that thought of respect, of love, of honor, of compassion, of understanding, and you start to maintain that energy, very rare, that negative vibration will come and try to dominate, even though it may make an appearance, it will easily be overruled or overturned by a positive energy, and that's because your body, not your body, your physical body, but you create, you becomes that magnet that pulls and push to vibrate this vibration. So according to how you create your aura and what you invite into your space, it allows you to manifest that particular spirit, or it allows that particular spirit to manifest you.
And just to add on what it's saying, it comes back to what we call a meditation. This is why spiritual people, once guided by the universe, they are given several ritual practices to uphold. And these ritual practices are the things that would keep us, with us in alignment, and be able to harness positive vibration or develop or manifest positive vibrations. The universe will tell you, go into this space, be at this particular time, wear this particular color, eat this particular type of thing, right? So as a spiritual person, what the universe does is creates these ritual practices or things within our lifestyle so that we can take that energy, that neutral energy, and harness it for the most positive manifestation and avoid negative manifestation. And then we have to look at the word negative and negativity, like really figure out what it means, because one is something and one is a manifestation, or one is a series of things put into a category, right? Positive and positivity. So is looking at all those things. So what it really is that what we need to do as individuals is go deeper than the surface of what is presented to us. And that's where we really find different truths to these questions that we're asking. So it's to look deeper than just negative and positive. It's look deeper than that. What is that really? What is this really? But for spiritual people, for people who are inclined, because everybody has a spirit, but for those who engage in spiritual consciousness or awareness, we are guided into ritual practices that provides us the access or the ability to create both the positive and negative. But we decide that we want positive, as in the good things of life. And I still have my own contradictions to what that is as well, because I believe strongly that we need both the negative and positive. And again, is context and perception, and there's always this individual point of what that really is and how those things really manifest.
Wow. So yes, as you rightfully indicated, Christine, as you know, it still boils down to you as the individual you know, and what Adi has done, the Adi has even taken it even a greater depth of concept and into the whole term of positive and negative. And what he is saying, in other words, is, you know, positive and negative can also be relative, because what one may characterize or one may believe is negative, it might to another is just positive, you know. So and not because our energy or we identify a spirit as being of a negative, it doesn't mean out of that negative vibration something positive cannot come out of it, you know. And there's a whole new or a different level in what we are speaking about, you know. So the conversation is even getting a little deeper, you know. And so when we speaking about that form of manifestation, and we relating it to the positive and the negative, you know. Hence the reason why when I use the term negative, I was specific in certain things that we would ordain to be, or what we would consider to be negative, you know, in terms of confusion, tiffin, lying, you know, creating corruption and all these kind of things, you know, because as we indicated, you know, if you want to go even, we can even go deeper into it, where we talking about on the spectrum of negative spirit or negative energy and positive energy, you know. It even goes back even further, and as we indicated earlier on, you know, out of negative vibration can come positive vibration, and out of positive vibration, you know, it can easily lead to something that is negative. And you know, as Christine also indicated, you know, so it boils down with you as an individual, you know, and how something too positive could turn out to be negative, one would ask, you know, and how that is possible and all these kind of things. Because as we identify, you know, is one energy that carries that split personality. And sometimes, for example, there are some of us who would be doing something and be so caught up in what we're doing, you know, even though it might be something positive, we get so caught up and get carried away that we lost our whole spirit, or what we know as that essence of what we do in positive, and it end up turning into be something negative, you know, because now we get so caught up within ourselves, or we get caught up with the finance, or we get caught up with the praises, that, you know, it lost its whole integrity of whatever the manifestation stands for, you know. So whether we operate in that light of positive vibration or what we consider to be a negative vibration, you know, we still need to sit down and do self-examining, because, you know, it could easily, one mood can easily swing, and when that mood swings is because we have lost control. That spirit has taken over, and we has lost that control of that manifestation, and now it changes to be something totally different, you know. for example, like a brother or sister might be giving out, giving out food or hampers to the homeless, and the homeless would, greetings, Kevin, and the homeless, and all of a sudden now when they give in, they want to get cameras, they want to get all kind of things to pop on the media and expose this person who had some form of dignity and pride in society, to an extent, and you show the whole world that they don't have nothing and they're hungry or they ain't have no clothes, and not everybody, let's be open for that. So now we start to do it on that level because we gain fame and all these kind of things, and that whole spirit of why we was doing what we were doing, it changed into a different energy. So even though it was positive, we get so caught up and we lose control of the spirit. So we stop control the spirit, and the spirit now start to control us. So now we were relying on cameras, or we doing it because we gain people giving us money or whatever is our help us to shine. So so we ought to be careful, because as I said before, when this energy or this spirit manifests us, it has taken us in a